Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Vaal Racecourse, and we're going to do our Vaal race meeting today. We're on the main track on the outside, and it's going to be for a very interesting meeting. I can tell you, it's good to have Ibrahim Khan's colours back. I see he's got one in the last race. Sure, the last time I saw Ibrahim Khan's colours in the days of Elusive Fort, so we look forward to that. And I'm also looking forward to the weekend's racing this coming Saturday. We got some lovely racing in Johannesburg with the Betway Bellow Sprint that takes its course, as well as the Tab Sophomore. Some very interesting horses running, waiting for Tropper Veloci to run, waiting for that horse Rulership who broke the course record to run. And I'm also waiting for a horse called Ice Star to run on the weekend. The stable is in hot form. But Darren Burrows is on the line. And Darren, I'm hoping on this first Thursday, this first race here on Thursday, just before Christmas, we can get some money out of Lucky Udalakis' stable maybe in the first. With this horse, Kaki Boss, I watched it first time out. Very difficult ride, very green, and surely will come on from that run.
Definitely, Clyde. Have a look at that race. It ran third to Courageous, beaten 8 lengths. But there was a horse called Life Lesson, 9 lengths behind. So just under a length behind her. Came out to win by 2.5 lengths unextended. So that form line's not too bad. And this filly's going to improve up in trip. With the experience under the belt in a weak field, Kaki Boss could get it right. Now, Miss Platina's interesting because she debuted over 1,200 meters, running seventh to Woman of Power is won again. But she is out of a VAR mare and they're stepping her up to a mile. So I'm not sure. If she stays, she could be a leading light. The Work of Life is the best of the rest. She's had her chances, but this isn't a strong lineup. So 9 to beat 1 and 10.
Yeah, the market's very interesting. They got them bet 15 to 10 a pair, the Work of Life, the 1 and the 9 Kaki Boss. I'm not sure if it's going to end up that way. I thought Lucky's horse. But let's see if it overcomes its greenness, all that sort of stuff. And perhaps that's the right one. We'll watch Miss Platina closely. All right, well, it's the start of the Bipod. So let's have a look at what Darren's worked out for us here, race one. There we go. It does appear to be an affordable Bipod too. There are the numbers on the screen at the moment for you to jot down and may have a note to see what you guys want to do. You can scan away. Christmas this weekend coming up, so we want to get some money before we go racing on the weekend as well. Take those numbers down. Second race on the card has got a horse called Master Christmas running. That's the favourite, number 2 at 5 to 2 for Lucky Udalakis and Craig Zaki. Second choice, number 4, Officer in Command at 3 to 1. And you can get 7 to 1 about number 3, Iger Sanction, and number 5, Commander of All. We're doing this, remember, on the Wednesday, so things are naturally subject to change, Darren. But Master Christmas is at, just a handful of runs, and I guess one can't really fault its form.
Yes, Clyde. Fair form. He's had the 4 starts. Last time out, a good enough second behind Holocene, but that wasn't a strong race whatsoever. Drops back to a mile. I thought the big improver is going to be Officer in Command from the Mike de Kock stable. I liked that last run when he dropped back to the mile. He was staying on nicely at the finish behind the runaway winner, Just Nuisance. And I think he's a massive runner in this type of company. There's an interesting runner if you move through over page to Global Reef number 12. Now, he was beaten 9 lengths by Tegan's Champ, but Tegan's Champ won by 5 or 6 lengths, easing up. And the second place runner there was Just Nuisance, I think, and he came out to win. There's been 3 or 4 direct winners from that race, and he is one of them that ran in amongst them. So at a big price, Global Reef from the Diane Stenger stable, this could be the dark horse in the race and the danger to Officer in Command and Master Christmas.
Wow, you may well have found something. Well done. That's that horse Global. What is it called? Global Reef, you say, hey? Right, so that Global Reef, as Darren was referring to, that form line to Tegan's Champ, who won again, Just Nuisance won again, what was the other one? Mariachi Madness won again, came out and won. So Global Reef at that price, Darren may well be onto something. Well spotted. Let's put up the numbers here for this particular event. Darren's worked out a place accumulator in as far as this race is concerned. Obviously, he'll go with Officer in Command as his first choice. But watch this horse 12, Global Reef, has got the form line to back it up. There's all the numbers in the PA. Take them all down or scan away. Let's get place accumulators on here this afternoon. We're on the main track at the Vaal. Third race on the card. It could be a tricky one, Darren. I don't know. I want to get to your view on this maiden plate over 2,000 metres as to which will be the right one here. Outer Dimension is currently the favourite, number 5 at 13-10. I think it represents that first race runner Magna, that Work of Life. See how that goes, and it'll give you some sort of idea earlier. For second choice, number 4, Crimson Forest at 28-10. The stable is super hot. Form line hasn't really worked out too well, though. And number 6, Darling Harbour, Darren's at 9-2. What's your first choice?
Clyde, I don't have an outright first choice, but if I had to look at form lines, maybe a horse like Darling Harbour comes out tops. She ran third to Gimme Another, beaten 6 lengths. That's not too bad because Gimme Another's unbeaten in 4 starts, including a graded race now. She ran a disappointing race behind Heart Peaks. And last time out, when she ran behind Beating Wings, now Beating Wings won very well, and I thought she's quite a decent filly. The second place runner was a first-timer Silvano that took off late. And if I had to judge on that run alone, she's definitely the horse to beat against weaker company. Now, Outer Dimensions had her chances. She's been a beaten favourite a couple of times. She seems to be a bit one-paced, and but this isn't a strong field, so she can definitely win. Crimson Forest improved up in trip last time out behind Exhale with a tongue tie fitted. So 4, 5, and 6, but I have to favour Darling Harbour.
Yeah, okay. Well, you've read it beautifully. Darling Harbour, that horse you're talking about is, we're all waiting for that to run the first timer. Sukhumvit, that Alec Laird horse. We're all waiting for that next time out. That much we can tell you. Maybe Darling Harbour does end up the right one based on current form. Darren may well be right, and that's priced up at 9-2. Let's put up pick sixes, or what have we got from Darren's side? He's worked out a pick 6 for you. Again, it does appear to be a pick 6 that you guys can basically take percentages. Remember, it's not about how much you want to spend the full wallet. You don't need to. You can spend whatever you can afford. Get a percentage because, rather something in the pocket than nothing. On to race number 4 now, where number 2, Universal Love, is the favourite. It's priced up at 15-10. Well, it was when we did this on Wednesday. Number 5, Al Bayrek, is the second choice at 4-1. And number 1, Karapi's at 9-2. Darren, so Universal Love going the ground for the first time. Am I correct?
Yes, Clyde. This is the ground she's crying out for. I've watched her race, and last time out she also took off late with the cheek pieces fitted. She was running on strongly at the finish behind Spring in Heaven. I just get the feeling this 2,400 meters, if there's a decent pace on, she's going to be flying home, and she'll have all the time in the world to get there. So I think Universal Love, definitely the horse to beat. Now, Al Bayreg is interesting. He's a maiden in handicap company. He ran third to Holocene when stepped up in trip. Let's see that form line, because we had a horse earlier on called Master Christmas that ran alongside him that day. But he is stepping up from 18 to 2,400 meters, handy galloping weight. Karapi ran above his rating last time out behind Rule Book, but he picked up, a 14-point penalty for running third. So that's not going to help his chances whatsoever. One more to consider, Fiery Cliffs from the Alson Zelana stable can improve. But Universal Love, I thought the horse to beat.
Okay, so Universal Love. She goes over the 2,400 meters. She looks to stay, and she does appear to be the one to beat. Thank you, Darren. Let's take a look at selections then. Race number 4 on the Vaal card, and we've worked out a jackpot for you. There is the jackpot on the screen at the moment, and Darren will be banking also a little bit later on. He bankers the 6 in the play for you to consider. That's the latest for the vaal. Race number 5 is a classified stakes. They go around the turn here over 1,700 meters. Note that number 1, Latuli, is not running. That has been scratched. Favorite here is number 7, Godfather, priced up at 17 to 10. Number 4, Bronze Sword, is 5 to 2. And number 3, Princess Ilaria, is 11 to 2. See, Mix Bomb or Micker's Bomb, number 6, is 13 to 2. And the 2, Mariachi Madness, is trading at 15 to 2. I don't know, Darren, not an easy race, this one for me. I'm not sure what you made of it.
Clyde, for me, only 2 horses, 4 and 5. Now, I can't believe Lilma Swagger's price. She's in double figures in this type of company. She ran in a grade 1 behind Bavarian Beauty, beaten 7 lengths. That's not a bad run at all. She ran 6 lengths off River Carrares. She's a group winner herself. And she was beaten, 16 lengths by Gimme Another in the Fillies Mile, where she just didn't stay on at the finish. If she appreciates the 1,700 meters, Muzzy Yeni's ride, Lilma Swagger, she's definitely the horse to beat at a big price. Now, the danger is Bronze Sword, because last time out he was 100 to 1 due to the fact that he took on a strong 78 handicap. The front line is a very decent horse, the winner of that race. This horse ran well above his rating, running 4 lengths off the front line. And I think he's the immediate danger. So Bronze Sword and Lilma Swagger to fight it out.
Okay, well, you're finding those Shrudies. Hopefully they land up for us in the winner's enclosure. Number 5, Little Miss Swagger, and has been in very good company or stronger company. And Darren Burrows does rate Muzieni's horses the one to beat in this particular field. Currently 10 to 1. All right, so let's get some selections up for this particular event now. It's a second jackpot opportunity, races 5, 6, 7, and 8. You'll notice the 2 fields at the back. We're obviously hoping that Lucky Udolakis has a big day, because we are depending on Lady Fallon as well. Those are the numbers on the screen at the moment. Welcome back, and it's time now for race number 6. This is the Tab Telebet 0861 000 822. That's their number if you want to phone them. It's a handicap at the 79 level, fillies and mares. Note that the 2 Radu is not running. And here I know Darren likes number 6, Lady Fallon, quite a lot. Priced up 28 to 10, albeit not favourite. The favourite is number 10, or the early favourite, number 10, My Lady Soul, at 2 to 1. And 4, Mary's Green Lights, the third choice, Darren, at 4 to 1. But I do know you're quite keen on Lucky Udolakis' horse here.
Clyde, I'm going to say that this is a proper racehorse. From what I've seen in her 4 starts, on debut, very good run, eye-catching run. She travelled well. She stayed on all the way to the line, and that was a very strong maiden. Then she won her maiden in great fashion. Her penultimate start, she came back after a rest, and she ran behind Mrs. Geriatrics, which wasn't her run. And last time out, up the Vaal Straight, she absolutely flew at the finish. Another 50 meters, she wins going away. And she steps up to the mile. Craig Zaki rode her last time out. He must know her well. And I think she has a lot of ability. She's going to go through the divisions. So I think she could prove a runaway winner the final 200 meters.
Okay, yeah, you're quite right. She took off last time, running on very, very strongly, and she is quite lightly raced and does appear to be the right one. Okay, Darren, well, that's a great summary of what we've heard so far. Thank you for that. Let's put up our selections in from your perspective in terms of what we're going for here. We're going for Lady Fallon. We hope it's been a good one for you, with a couple more to go here at the Vaal. Christmas weekend, we're looking forward. We've got some lovely racing on Saturday at Turffontein. And look, some good ones running too, so look out for that preview.